Hello, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And today, I'm just gonna give you my June update for RAGBRAI training, but before that, I'm actually walking out to my mailbox because I have a suspicion that all my stuff came today. Oh, let's check it. Probably can't see it there, but I do have a package here, and that does appear to be from RAGBRAI. So I'm gonna get this all opened up and I'll show you what's in it. All right, so I basically ordered this stuff within a couple of days of RAGBRAI registration and everything opening up this year to make sure that I could participate since this is my first year. So I'm not even sure what's in here, so I'm just gonna open it up real quick. Looks like we've got the wristbands right in here, and some stickers and like a little registration card and a bag tag. You can kind of see that stuff there as well. And these were really the things that I was waiting for the most, to be honest with you, other than getting registered. That is my 2022 jersey and chamois RAGBRAI official, so it's the actual one that they have for everybody. I hope this fits and I don't have to exchange it or anything like that, but I'm glad they came today. I'll get to try them out over the next few days since I have a couple of days off. But right now, I'm gonna head out back there and we're gonna talk about my training so far this year. All right, so I'm sat out here in my backyard. That's actually the ultralight tent that I'm gonna be using for RAGBRAI, and I'm sat here on an RAI chair. That's an ultralight chair that I'll be using as well. But I wanna talk a little bit about my training and how it's been going. I started in February and March as the route and everything was published, as the training guide was published as well. And I was basically doing that all inside at the gym, which wasn't very fun. I would just take my iPad and kind of slog through an hour or so of biking, as I was pretty new to it anyway. I hadn't really gone long distances before, so this is all pretty new for me. And I was usually going 15 to 25 miles on the indoor bike on the same setting. Not really doing hills or anything like that or any program, but after a couple of months it started to warm up a little bit for a few days, and I went out and did my first lake laps. Those were pretty windy days, and to be honest, it's still windy right now and we're in June. So I'm out here on the county roads and it is definitely windy. And right now I am very slow. Then I got sick for a while and ended up taking about 2.5 weeks off, almost 3. But then I picked back up as the weather was getting nice again. I started going longer distances, more like the 25 and 30 miles that I've been going pretty regularly now. A couple of days ago, I actually did make it 50 miles, which is the first time I've ever been over 50 miles in any of my training, outdoor or indoor. And that was pretty cool because it was the same day that the RAGBRAI crew was coming through testing the route from Emmitsburg to Mason City, which is the Century Day, the 100 miles. I came back into Clemmy and they were eating lunch in the park, so I stopped by for a sec and saw Murph and Andrea from the Just Go Bike podcast. There's like 20 of them, they said, and they were doing the route as if they were actually doing RAGBRAI. So they're doing RAGBRAI before RAGBRAI to make sure the ride is good for everybody and doable. And the two that I was just talking to actually do the bike podcast that I've been getting a lot of my information as a new rider from. So it was cool to meet them. They're on like their third lunch of the day, they said, because they stop every few hours to take a break, get lunch, kind of as you would, I guess, on the regular ride. And this is their 100-mile day anyway, because they start in Emmitsburg and go to, I believe it's Whittemore, Wesley, Algona, Britt, here in Clemmy, and then they're headed to Mason City after this. So they're a little more than halfway in their ride. Well, a lot more. They're like 2/3, I think, in their ride. They were really nice, and we talked for probably 10 or 15 minutes before I headed off. As per RAGBRAI tradition, you are supposed to get your liver in shape too, so I stopped here at the PM Park here in Clear Lake and got myself a beer. Future Derek here. It has been a couple of days since I shot most of the previous clips there. Just wanted to say that I got a 53.5 mile ride in yesterday and a pretty good sunburn to show for it right here on my arm. Not sure if you can see the difference there, but yeah, there's a pretty good burn right there. Otherwise, it was a really nice ride, but it was kind of windy out of the northwest. So when I was heading out of Clemmy trying to get to Britt, I abandoned getting to Britt after fighting the wind for about 20 miles. I got to Kanawha and then Goodell, and almost to Missouri. So I definitely am proud of myself on that, but I think I could have went farther if there wasn't a headwind for about half of that. Otherwise, stay tuned over the next month for more about my RAGBRAI setup, what I'm going to be taking, how I'm packing my bags, and what my bike setup will be. Thanks for watching.